ladies and gentlemen, we are about 1 minute away from beginning the Magic City Games Qualifier 25.1. There we go. Let's make some noise. Come on, come on. All right. Let me hear this. All right, if you're cheering for Alex tonight, make some noise. That's a lot of fans. All right, there we go. How about CJ? Oh, that was louder. All right, let's go again for Alex. Come on. Let's hear it for Alex. Come on, let's hear it for everybody. There we go. I like it. Let's get excited, guys. Thank you.
And welcome live to the 2025 Magic City Games Qualifier. We are live here from CrossFit Huntsville. My name is Micah. I'm joined by my co-host, Lewin. Lewin, it's been a long time coming.
It has. CrossFit Huntsville. Let me hear you out there. For all of everyone viewing at home, what you can't see to my front here is just an incredible crowd. We got here earlier today just to see a lot of the action going on in their last class, and then they cleared on out, and then just the bodies started to show up. We got families here, we got kids here, we got all athletes from everywhere. And yes, it has been a long time coming, Michael.
Well, I want to kind of fill everyone in that's joining, not just here live, but then at home, kind of how we got to this point. Because, look, we always haven't had a qualifier. So could you fill everyone in on kind of the details?
That's right. So a little bit of history. This was an idea that we both had going on over 2 years ago, but the timing never felt right. We were busy working on the main event, and the timing just never felt right. But this year, with CrossFit announcing removing quarterfinals, we thought, man, what an incredible way to allow for these athletes something to buy into, something to train for, something to look and look forward to in the summer here at our Magic City event.
And so this qualifier here is for individuals that are wishing to qualify to the Magic City Games July 19th and 20th, right? And so how it works is that your top 28 males and females are going to qualify for the RX division, right?
That's amazing.
And then your next 28 are going to qualify for the intermediate division. And look, if you're watching at home, it's not too late to sign up. You can use the QR code that Brandon will put on the screen, and you can either screenshot it, or, hey, I just learned this the other day, if you screenshot a QR code, you can actually press and hold it, and it goes to link. Wow.
I did not know that.
Mind blown.
Technology. Now, if you are at home or in the audience and you're thinking, man, this is only for individual, well, and if you're thinking, I want to do teams, don't worry, teams. We have something for you as well. Now, while the teams aren't doing a qualifier this year, you will still get a chance to register. It'll happen April 8th, and you'll want to go to our website, magiccity.games, for more information on that piece.
And quite frankly, I see a lot of really fit people. I've been to these
Huntsville
classes, and they're very fit here.
A lot of fit people.
I can see a lot of people. We have some Masters divisions. We have some intermediate divisions. We have some RX divisions, a little bit of everything. And speaking of great people, because we're surrounded by some great people. Come on, CrossFit Huntsville. We're surrounded with some great people. None of this would have been possible without your fearless leader, Mandy Stearns. Can we give it up?
Let's bring on Mandy, guys. Give her some love.
Can we give it up for Mandy? So Mandy's going to join us.
Mandy, thank you so much. Give it up one more time, guys. Mandy, I wanted to ask you what it's been like for you, your team, your staff, your community leading up to, this week, leading up to this night.
Yeah, well, first I want to say that.
Gotcha. Hold on. There you go.
All right. First, I want to say that it's definitely a team effort here. My husband, Nate, and I do everything together. And so I appreciate the applause, but obviously just as much for him because everything we do is together. But I'm the one who's going to speak tonight. But it's been a great week. We just finished up with the Open on Monday, was our last day to do it here at CrossFit Huntsville. We were lucky enough this year to have 255 athletes sign up. Yes, we were really super proud and super pumped to have a good showing. I think we ended up being second in the country and 6th in the world. So we were really pumped about that.
Wow, you guys should be very proud about that. Huge.
So So we had a great open. We've had a lot of excitement, and I think everyone's been really excited to come together and just celebrate. And we've joked all week that it's always fun to watch other people CrossFit, and so we said this is the best of both worlds. Come eat something, have a drink, watch some of our friends throw down. So we're excited.
So as we're gathered here amongst this incredible crowd, incredible energy tonight, Mandy, what is something that you would say is unique or special about this place?
Yeah, I think that it's like most CrossFit gyms would say. It's the community. And I know that we're not unique in that. I think our community is unique, but I don't think we're unique in the sense that that's really what is at the heart of CrossFit and in CrossFit's affiliates across the world. We've got a great community of people. We are going on 17 years of being open, and we've got people here tonight who've been here since 2008 when the doors were opened. We've got people who just did their first open, and there's just something about CrossFit that can bring all different kinds of people, all different levels of fitness together. It's just a shared experience that really it forms a strong bond. So I think that's it.
Well, that speaks volumes for you, your leadership, and Nate's as well. Last thing I wanted to ask you was, some of our viewers are at home right now watching, and they are just starting their fitness journey from day one, right? Perhaps they've done something in the past, but it's been years ago, and they've been removed from it, or they're thinking, man, maybe I really should consider starting. And what is a message that you would share to them to really drive home?
Well, I think that the biggest thing is that you don't have to be in a certain place to start CrossFit, right? CrossFit, what we've always said, is for the pediatric to the geriatric, from the very deconditioned to the very elite, everybody in between. 95% of people who walk through our door are not in the best shape of their lives. 99% have physical baggage of some sort, something that they've got to, adjust for, modify for, and that's what we're here for, right? We're here to help everybody, no matter where you're starting, get as healthy and fit as you can. And our goal, we always say, we act like what we do inside the gym matters when we're in the gym, but it's really in an effort to enrich your life when you walk out of the doors, and that's really our goal with people.
Beautifully said. And then if someone were to want to reach out, take that first step, what's the best way for them to get in contact and get the ball rolling?
Yeah, so you can look on our website. We have a Get It Started form. It's real easy to hit that and put some information. And we love for people just to stop by, because I think when you walk in the doors and you can kind of see what's going on, because what they're going to watch tonight probably be pretty intimidating. Yeah. But if they come to a regular class, they're going to see regular people of all different ages, of all different levels, just trying to get healthy and fit. And so we always welcome anybody to come by anytime and check us out.
Thank you so much, Mandy, and the crew here. Thank you so much.
Lou, and I'm finding this place is pretty special. This is a very special place, special people, and it does. It starts with leadership. It starts with great leadership. And look, for those of you out in the crowd, okay, and at home as well, we know some of you armchair quarterback it. We know some of you team judgment. We know some of you are going to look at this stream tonight. Maybe you go back and look at it and you go, man, Alex wasn't hitting depth. Man. CJ, look. If you find yourself as one of those people, we would love to employ you for free, by the way, meaning you working for free. But real talk, Lewin, it takes over 100 volunteers to put on the Magic City Games. And if you're out there and you want to join us, and if you're watching at home, you can click that link. You can screenshot that link, go to that QR code, or just magiccity.games. And join us there. We got a little something for everyone, really.
Yeah, I would say that the volunteers are the engine of this whole system, this whole machine that runs. We couldn't do it without them. They're actually one of our most important cogs in the wheel, in the wheel, if you will. And if you're thinking, how do I volunteer, but I don't really feel great about being a judge, you don't have to, right? So whether you want to, be upfront, calling depth, taking away reps, you can do that. But if you're thinking, man, I really want to be behind the scenes, maybe I'm logistics, maybe I'm in hospitality, we've got room for everyone.
No doubt about it. Look, we like to say, whether you want to cause a scene, be behind the scene, be in front of the scene, look, we have a place for you. And
that's right.
Speaking of great people, we'll be right back after a short message and short commercial from our friends at Cahaba Cycles and Blackout Barbell.
Why do you ride? Is it the thrill of the
Y'all are
open
killing
road,
this out here.
Thank you, guys. First segment.
Or is it the joy of exploring the world on two wheels?
I ride because it helps my health. It helps my mental health, and my kids love it. God, it's the best.
I think I've met the most cool people in this area riding bikes. Like, the community here is great.
I ride a lot because it's a great form of like stress release for me. I'm usually doing it with friends, and then it just feels good having, the wind in your hair and stuff.
It's just so quick and accessible. You can just jump on a bike. You can be in a bad mood. You can be just feeling all out of sorts. You ride that bike, everything all right.
When I walk in, they just drop anything to help me.
They always try to fit it to however you're going to use it, right?
It's a good group of people. I mean, these guys, they like riding their bikes. They like talking to people who enjoy cycling, and it's infectious.
Because no matter why you ride, Cahaba Cycles is here to make your journey better. With the best bikes, service, and a community that shares your passion.
For this segment, we want to roll in and get to know the two athletes that have been chosen for tonight's throwdown. Now, before I introduce them, Landon, and we talk about them as individuals, one thing that we want to make clear, right, and that through talking with Mandy earlier, and she just really wanted to drive home that these guys, not only are they great athletes, but they're just incredible people at the heart of it. They are people who embody, that's right, give it up for them, they embody the spirit of this place, and they represent CrossFit Huntsville so incredibly well. They're doing a big favor. It's not an easy job to say, yes, I want to work out live in front of the whole world, right? It's not an easy job. So without further ado, I want to introduce the athlete that I'm going to be talking about. Give it up if you're here to cheer on Mr. CJ Van Kampen. CJ is 36 years old. He's the taller of the two athletes today, and he's got 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and he's done the Open 9 times. Yep. He's done quarter for 4 years in a row, and he's got some favorite movements here, but just excited to see CJ throw down.
And we've also got Alex. Let's make some noise for Alex. There we go. I got to shake their hands, meet them before the show here. Great guys, without a doubt. And Alex, one thing that stood out. He's a big, bulky guy. He's a strong guy. He's a unit. He's a house. And what I also like, he's 5'9", short king. All right, short king, still a king. I love it. I can say that because I'm. Nice. 5'9" as well. Love it. I love it. So I'm so excited to see these guys throw down. What really stood out, Alex, this guy's an engineer. So I know whenever Micah releases this workout, he talking about engineering the perfect strategy for this. This guy is ready to go. So we're super excited. Super excited to see these guys throw down.
And the most important piece is these are buddies. They are excited. They train with each other week in, week out. So not only is this just good old-fashioned, throwdown camaraderie, but there's a lot of love here, right, guys? Now, for the moment that you guys have all been waiting for, who's ready to hear what the workout reveal is going to be, yeah? So I'm gonna send it over to Micah to announce the official workout for our quarterfinals, 25.1. Here we go, Micah.
25.1 has two scores.
Woo!
Part A and Part B. 25.1, Part A and Part B are for time. On a 10-minute clock, Part A. 1,000 or 800 for the ladies meter row. Part B begins directly after Part A. Part B is 21, 15, 9 of lateral burpee. Over the dumbbell. Into single dumbbell deadlift. But what if? What if? What if? What if you finish the 1,000 or 800 meter row into the 21:59 of burpees, lateral burpee over the dumbbell and dumbbell deadlift? What if? What if? We're going to give you 5 more minutes to complete 15, 12, 9 of handstand push-ups and dumbbell hang to overhead. But what if? What if? But ma'am, what if? What if you finished the 15, 12, 9 of handstand push-ups and dumbbell hang to overhead before the 15-minute time cap? What if? We're going to give you 5 more minutes to complete 9, 6, 3 of wall walk and dumbbell devil's press. But what if? I'm just kidding. There's no more what ifs. 25.1A is on a 10-minute clock, 1,800 meter row, immediately starting Part B of 21:15.9 of lateral burpee over the dumbbell and dumbbell deadlift. If you complete that before the 10 minutes, you'll earn 5 more minutes to complete 15, 12, 9 of handstand push-ups and dumbbell hang to overhead. If you complete that before the 15-minute mark, you'll get another 5 minutes to complete 9, 6, 3 of wall walk and dumbbell devil's press. All of the dumbbell is a single dumbbell, all at 50, 35. 25.1, Part A, Part B. Good luck.
Big mic drop moment right there from Micah. What are your thoughts initially?
What if?
What if?
That
What if?
is initially. What if?
Well, listen, this is the Ivy League playbook presented to you by HydroLive Therapy, where we are going to dive into some strategies, some techniques. And what's your first thought, Landon?
Without a doubt, first thought is, pacing that row, being really strategic. Again, mentioned earlier, jokingly about Alex being an engineer, but you really have to be smart with this. You don't want to come out too hot to where you just burn the bridges. Want to make sure you're roughly about 85, 90% pace. So that way you can sustain a good effort for the remainder of the workout. This is going to be a long workout.
Yeah, it's interesting to me to see how they manage the row, because that's a separate score. To see these two athletes different in height, is Alex going to really go for it so that he can get a good score, not only against CJ, but against everyone else, right?
For sure.
And then what is CJ going to do using his longer frame, taking advantage of that? Does he hold back a little bit, or does he sell his soul knowing that he's got all this extra work going into it? I would say for me, it's going to be efficiency in a lot of pieces. You've got a very shoulder-heavy workout here, and you've got to be able to use those hips anytime you can, especially on that dumbbell overhead movement, the more you can use the hips, the more we can save our shoulders, and hopefully build them success for the last piece.
Well, a lot of that tying off of what you just said there, there's that 9-6-3 of devil's press and wall walks is absolutely brutal. So you do not want to blow up your upper body to the point where you crash and burn there. And again, this is a whole fine line. The whole entire workout is teetering, kind of playing with disaster, is getting up to that point without crossing that line, because you do not want to cross over that line and lay down on the mats or on the floor on those wall walks.
Yep, choose when you break or else it'll choose you, right, when it breaks
Exactly.
you. So I know that this
Exactly.
team has tested this workout over and over again. The timeline is very specific, so very doable, but it's exciting to see this happen and go down. But before we get started, right now the athletes are warming up. We're going to cut to a commercial break. We're going to introduce you guys to the Pahakis Restaurant Group, a team that represents multiple restaurant brands and have always been someone that I know that with my community we've always leaned on. And the great thing about them is they've never said no. They've always made it work, and they've always brought in just great food, great eats for any event that we have, whether it's something small, something formal. They've always just really stuck their neck out for us and made it happen. So check out this commercial regarding the PRG Group. We're here at one of my go-to spots in Homewood, and whenever eating out, I need to make sure that the restaurant has a couple different options, right?
Stay on the macros.
Right. So
Yeah.
a place that the food's going to hit,
Yeah.
but it allows you to eat clean. Also,
Yeah.
not everyone in your party may be eating that way.
We're at lunchtime. What are we getting for lunch?
The unique thing about this brand is they do Mexican, but they also do kind of like this Southern twist on it.
Okay.
And they've got items that not every traditional Mexican place has.
I'm excited. What are we going to dive into first?
What jumps out at you, man? What jumps out at you?
I mean, look, man, I'm a sucker for the fajitas.
All right.
I honestly, if I'm going to a Mexican restaurant, that's what I'm getting. Like that's going to be my go-to. Everyone knows the proper way to make a fajita
All right.
is, and I'm
Let me do this.
Yeah.
We'll learn.
So you take a little bit of guac,
guac.
and then you're gonna take the guac and you're gonna act like the guac is gonna be the mayonnaise, and you're gonna take the mayonnaise, in this case guac, and you're just gonna smear it all over. To each their own on that. I'm super lactose intolerant, so this will be a bad time for me later.
No sour, no cheese.
This will be a bad time for me later, but I will take some pico, big fan of pico.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do it just like that, and then from there,
Strong, man.
gonna get two cuts here of the meat, and then there we go. That is gonna be
I'll follow you.
my
I'm going to try that, give that a shot. I never really ate a lot of cheese growing up. It's, honestly, you don't see that in a lot of Asian guys. Yeah, you don't see it. Go a little bit right here and see how that goes, man.
never really go.
How is it?
No, freaking go.
Pretty strong. These tortillas, they press in-house.
Do they really?
Yep. They've got that nice little press machine. I forget what it's called. But then once it's there, they throw it on this hot disc that rotates.
Oh yeah.
You want to move on?
We're gonna move on.
Avocado salad. You've got fresh avocado, some pickled veggies, radishes, on a bed of romaine.
Yeah.
Choice of protein, a little bit of queso fresco on it. And definitely with shrimp. And then they do like this in-house sort of ranch, if you will, almost kind of green goddess-ish feel to it, little vibe to it. Yeah, man.
I freaking love pickled onions are amazing. It just set a dish off. It just tastes like I'm eating the earth in a good way, though. In a good way. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Good way.
I can taste the pumpkin seed that they roast. It pops out. And a little bit of black bean at the bottom. Cheers, guys.
Stay tuned. We're about to get to some things that are not six-pack friendly. Because I see here Louie got me one thing. They're going to make me give up my six-pack.
This is my kryptonite. And I always tell people about the fried chicken here because most people don't know that they have fried chicken.
I didn't know we were getting fried chicken until it was on the table.
And in my opinion, it's the best fried chicken in town. Like, hands down. I'm not just saying that. It's the best fried chicken in town. Now, this one is not going to be served with a ketchup, right? They're going to serve it with these pickled veggies. And then they recommend putting this vinegar on top.
I thought it was honey. I was
Right,
wrong.
right. No, it's a vinegar on top. So it just all works together, man. So let's dive in. I can't wait for you to see what we're ready. So got a nice wing
here.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Right? Real light.
Not what I was expecting. That's something to try.
It's not your heavy, like, buttermilk
No.
type of a coating. But then those, man, I just taste those spices. I taste how light it is.
What's cool about doing this is I would have never tried half these things.
Now you see why this is one of my favorite go-to spots.
One thing I hear from our volunteers, quite frankly, every year is, man, the food is so great. And little do they know is that we always get Little Donkey, the place we're sitting at right now.
It's a long weekend. There's several months leading up to it.
Yeah.
And so on the day of, we know that a team like this is going to knock it out of the park when it comes to just the catering side of it. And they're going to get a food experience. And that's unbelievable. And happy belly makes for happy volunteers. Happy volunteers makes for incredible time and overall just a great experience with M2G.
Welcome back to the Magic City Games Qualifier 25.1 A and B. If you want to look at standards, get signed up, please visit magiccity.games. You can see everything that you need to know there. Huntsville, how are we feeling tonight? Y'all ready? We got two of your athletes here getting ready to throw down. We're so excited to be here and be a part of this. We've got Alex and CJ. Look forward to seeing every one of you on the leaderboard. So athletes, you guys ready? Huntsville, CrossFit Huntsville, are you guys ready? There we go, I like that, awesome. All right guys, we're about to get started. All right, we're gonna get rolling. Coming up here in 10 seconds. Everything you got. All right guys, we're gonna get rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And they are off.
So we've got our first
I'll make sure I'm out
part A, 4-time, right? So you can't sandbag this thing, right? Because it's a score, just like part B is a score. So it doesn't really give you any shot to sandbag here.
Yeah, I totally see what you did that when programming this, Micah, forcing these guys to really just build a strategy on what they're going to do and how they're going to score in this part A piece.
No doubt. And it's be interesting to see how these guys pace this. Obviously, I think because there is a conversion, I mean, you see them both right now. They're, peeking over, seeing who's doing what. And I think that's going to be, quite interesting. And, for those maybe going alone at home, maybe not going to get that. There's a great crowd here tonight. So a little bit more on the line, a little bit more of a bragging rights on the line here.
Yeah, whenever we set this up, we purposefully put them a little tighter, a little closer. They can see each other's monitors really easily. So something that you don't always have the advantage of in a typical competition. For those viewing at home, you've got Mr. CJ in the green shorts there to the right of the screen, and then Alex obviously in the black shorts to the left of your screen. But this is we're going to see how these guys pace it. They're about a minute 20 in, minute 25 in right now. And who do you think steps off first?
Honestly, I'm going to go with the tall guy. I mean,
CJ's nodding his head.
I think CJ's going to get him. I think CJ's going to get him. But where I do think that there's some, places here is there's a lot of room to be made up because it's a long workout ahead.
Let's see if Alex takes the bait to try to chase him down. You think so? I really don't know these guys. Don't know their engine. Don't know their capacity and sort of their approach on it. They've sent us a bio, but we're watching this for the first time, you guys. This is a live piece here.
Landon, where are we at out there?
These guys are going at about a 150 pace. They are right over 500, so they're over halfway there on this row. They're settling in. They're getting moving. Nobody's wanting to take the bait to go full send on this just yet, but we will see. Come up on those last about 100. Here we go.
Big up speed there.
I mean, these guys are putting on a show. Unbelievable. We could not, Mandy, we couldn't have picked better. You couldn't have picked better people.
I can already tell why the Stearns picked them, too. It was great, man.
I love this. No, I do think CJ gets off a little bit ahead of Alex, but the reality is it's probably going to be within, 5 to 10 seconds.
So after they step off this row, we've got that traditional 21-15-9 couplet that we're going to approach to, a burpee over dumbbell, a dumbbell deadlift, and we're going to see how they use their movements, their bodies to their advantage when it comes to these two pieces.
Landon, where are we at?
CJ's got just about 150 left. Let's see where Alex is at. Alex is about 100 left, so they're getting to the point.
Tight.
They're
They're tight.
here.
50 meters. That's just a few pulls. Just about. There's about 6 or 7 pulls difference, I think.
Holy smokes! This place is gonna get. It's gonna get crazy. Oh, I see the hand.
We got a
see
hand.
a hand.
Come on, Huntsville. Let's get loud. Let's get loud for your athletes. Come on.
What in the hand?
Judge Bailey's got the hand up.
And he come. And it's Alex.
Oh, and it's Alex getting off first.
Off the row.
What?
Unbelievable.
All right, let's see what happens here.
We've got Alex over here. I mean, Alex Ankrom. I mean, this is like a AA Energizer battery right here, man. He's just moving on this.
He did the trickaroo on us. This is unbelievable. These guys working through their 21 lateral burpee over the dumbbell before going on to their single dumbbell deadlift. Some hinge and hinge. Some open chain, closed chain for all of our little people at home.
Little hinge and hinge, little staying low. Quick little breather at the bottom. Let's see who moves on first to the dumbbell deadlift.
So we're at 4:30. These guys not looking like they're going to need this 10 minutes. So, they've got 10 minutes to complete, or to the 10-minute mark, I should say, to complete the 21-15-9 of burpee and deadlift combo. Alex here already on his deadlifts.
Yeah, I have no doubt that these guys are going to finish this first time cap. Just starting to warm up the shoulders for the latter piece here. Just warming things up for the later two couplets. The deadlift portion here, kind of a suitcase deadlift position as they're touching to the side. They're working on not only hinging, but that rotation or anti-rotation as they're fighting this position. Alex is putting it down, taking a breather. He's on his second set of burpees.
These athletes are moving, guys. I mean, they are just nonstop going, and that's how you got to be. Steady pace, be smart. They came off on the row at a really good pace, allowing for Alex to move through those dumbbells. I mean, and CJ's just cruising through these burpees. This is nothing for him. This is light work.
Nice rhythm, nice pacing. These guys know what they're doing, don't they?
Guys, we're approaching the 6-minute mark. These guys are moving through this first portion, 21-15-9 of lateral burpee over the dumbbells and single arm deadlifts. I think these guys are going to cruise through that 10-minute mark. I don't think they're going to need, they're moving through it.
Six and a half minutes in, and we're already well into our second set of deadlifts here. Alex returning to the burpees. Not looking like he's going to need this 10-minute time cap at all.
I'm interested to see if they're going to switch hands. CJ just did so, just to kind of even out things on that QL.
No doubt. I honestly think that the single dumbbell variation makes it a little bit more challenging on the core. Let's see how that works into the later rounds when it's kind of core dominant with the wall walk and even the devil press.
No doubt. So just to manage that, you're going to have just a worn out side if you're not smart with how you switch over those handstands. Looks like, man, Alex is making a move right here. First to the wall.
Huntsville, let's make some noise for Alex. Moving on, come on.
7:30, and he is absolutely motoring through these handstand push-ups. A short break here.
That was a big set right there.
Yeah.
Big set.
We've got CJ going on his last set of dumbbell deadlifts. He is just moving through. He's going to get called up to Alex here soon. It's exciting. Come on, Huntsville. Let's make some noise for your athletes. Let's go.
I got to give it up for these judges.
Alex got a great kip going on. You're going to need that really powerful hip kip to save those shoulders as best they can. CJ's taking a break. He's about to attack.
Alex onto his hang.
Let's go, CJ. Come on, babe.
Dumbbell to overhead.
Here it goes.
Interesting approach here. Alex is swapping every single rep to keep his shoulders fresh. I think that's a really good idea. I really like that.
Well. Big set of 9 there from CJ. Let's see if he goes for all 6 here in the second set.
And then we got Alex coming back to the wall too, Landon, for his set of 12 handstand push-ups. Here's the thing. It might seem like CJ is out of this, but he's not. These rounds go by so quickly that he's really just right there. I mean, he's like 30 or so seconds out.
That's right. He's right there in it. There's only another set of 12s here up for CJ.
These athletes are also being really smart. Again, as we mentioned in the pregame show, make sure that you pace this overhead work. It's a lot of overhead work that wears and tears down on you, but these athletes are just moving through it, taking quick breaks in between, getting back and moving.
Now, per the rules, Micah, they can swap out anytime.
Yeah, so they can either go all the same hands or different hands. We really backed off on, putting these guys under lock and key because we wanted them just to be athletes.
Yeah, just explore, see what they're doing. They can have a game plan, but they can adjust that game plan really on the fly, right?
100%. And Alex still opting to go with this alternating technique, which, as Landon pointed out, I think does save the shoulders because it does limit the time under tension, right? Mm-hmm.
Look how crazy this is, guys. They are already almost halfway through this section, and we just hit the 10-minute mark. I mean, these guys are moving through this.
They're flying.
I mean, this is
they are flying.
Impressive. This is impressive.
CJ attacking his round of 12s, I believe, on his handstands. Here he goes.
Alex.
Let's give him some energy. Big set here.
Come on, come on.
And we've got Alex headed back to his single dumbbell hang to overhead on his set of 9. So Alex on his last set of this couplet before moving on to his last couplet.
And CJ just took out a big chunk of his 12. He took out 7, I believe, leaving him 5 left to knock this first piece of his handstand push-ups.
Guys, Alex is going to his last couplet here. He's about to start the wall walks and devil's presses. This guy's moving through this workout. Come on, guys, let's make some noise for Alex over here.
That's a dangerous man when you're having fun in the middle of a workout. That's a dangerous. CJ just looks like he got a costly no rep there on the handstand push-up.
Great call there by the judge. He's got this. He's got this. Come back, baby.
We've got Alex over here already on his wall walks, on his 9 wall walks into that last couplet. 11:42 on the clock.
And CJ's moving
Set
on
of 9s here for CJ. Set of 9s.
Come on, let's make some noise for CJ. Come on, let's cheer him on here. Let's go, guys. We're at the 12-minute mark, guys. These athletes are continuing to chip away at this workout.
Man, what a difference it makes to have your home field advantage and all the people that love you in your back, in your corner, giving you energy like this.
If you're watching this live online right now, you might need to hurry up and get over to CrossFit Huntsville because this place is absolutely electric.
This place is awesome.
200-300 people here right now just absolutely going crazy for their athletes. I wish I was working out right now. I mean, this is awesome.
I tell you, if I lived in Huntsville, this is where I'd be.
CJ's moving on to that last couplet. Let's see how his shoulders are holding up here.
Big chunk there. Big man getting up another 5. Very hard to do with this much time into the workout. They're over 13-minute mark. A lot of reps behind them, and to knock out a big chunk like that is huge.
So, Landon, we've got CJ that has, quite frankly, 90 seconds left to move on to the next window.
Yep.
Or he gets time capped. So, CJ, right on that line of needing to complete these 9 and then head back to his single dumbbell.
Boom, he's got to finish his dumbbell so he can move on. Let's give him some energy, guys.
He's got 9 reps here. This guy, come on, 9 reps. Let's crank these out. Let's go.
He's got 1 minute to make that window. Let's go. CJ's going to move on. Let's go.
That's why they call him the people's champ right there, baby.
The champ's here.
John Cena.
9-6-3 is the last couplet. 9-6-3.
Both of these guys aren't going to be time capped. So now what we're looking at, Lewin, is these guys have until the 20-minute mark to complete their 9-6-3 of wall walk and single dumbbell devil's press. And it looks like Alex is just a couple more left here.
Yeah.
But these really start to add up. I mean, look, it's not, here's what's interesting, Lewin. It's not a lot of volume. It's really not. People in their affiliates do a lot more volume. But it's the cumulative compounding effect that makes this workout tough.
It's very dense on the upper body, on the shoulders. For me, I know it would be my triceps. My triceps will be gone. Done, right? My triceps will become biceps. Biceps will become uniceps. And, you know, game over. Game over.
KO, baby.
These guys are soaking it in right now, just looking at the crowd. I mean, this is like they're in victory formation, just enjoying it, looking at all their friends and family that's out there.
Literally soaking it in as it drips.
Alex is setting a time for people to chase down. Time to beat here.
I appreciate how these guys are sacrificing their bodies on these pads.
Woo!
Unbelievable. Landon, where is Alex right now?
He's on his set of 6 right now, and he's just been moving through it. Consistent pace. He's playing it smart on those wall walks, taking some rest, letting the shoulders breathe, letting, like Lewin said, his little triceps breathe, take a little break. But he's about to put the pedal to the metal right here. Once he goes to those 3s, it's going to be an all-out sprint. You've got to get every second. This is going to be super competitive. All right, guys, Alex is going on his
Every
set
rep
of 3.
is good so far for CJ. Alex is attacking his next set. Might be his last set. All clean reps so far. I haven't seen any no reps.
Not on this couplet, no. And is that his last rep, Alex's last rep?
I think he's got 2 more. I think
Oh,
he's got
no.
2 more here.
This is it. This is it. He's got 3 more reps, and he is done with 25.
3 reps, 3 reps.
Look at him sprinting.
Finish.
What a time put up by Alex. All right, Huntsville, we have a mission. We got to bring CJ home. Let's go. Listen to this crowd.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I love it. I've got goosebumps.
Huntsville is a different level. A different level of community.
Mustering out every single rep he can. We've got less than 2 minutes left.
And for those at home, these athletes can snatch them, they can clean and jerk them. So really, however you need to devil press it is okay. Obviously, read the standards, magiccity.games.
Woo!
Guys, this crowd is going crazy
90
for
seconds,
CJ.
crowd. 90 seconds.
Absolutely crazy for CJ. Come on, guys. We got 90 seconds left. Come on.
This place is going wild. Unbelievable.
He's got one more, then he's back on the wall walks. He's got a minute left. Let's see what he can get. Come on. We need you guys loud to cheer him on for this last 60 seconds.
Let's go, big dog. They're behind you, man. 40 seconds. Come on.
$30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds. Come on, let's get a chant going here, crowd. Let's get loud.
All right, you're back on. You're back on. Let's go. Let's get another one.
Every single rep is going to count.
Back on. Let's get another one.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Huntsville, make some noise for CJ and Alex. What a performance.
Man, that was absolutely incredible. Man.
Look at that. Look at that.
Hold up. Do we have the WWE belt out there? Did he just dethrone? No?
He's still the champ.
He's still the
Still
champ.
the champ.
Only one champ.
Nice.
Okay, all right. There's already a caveat. I like it. All right. Well, man, what were your just first thoughts on that? We saw really two amazing athletes do it. Thoughts on that?
Going back to us dreaming about this event, us wondering if this community would just accept us and how they're going to be just react to this, and they were incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, I've got goosebumps. Incredible.
No doubt the community was incredible. For all of you attacking this at home, and even those in the audience attacking this at home, you can visit magiccity.games. It is not too late to get signed up for the qualifier. Hell, even if it's just for fun. We're going to hear from the athletes right when we get back, but we're going to give them just about a minute 30 to breathe, get some water, and we'll be right back right after a short message from our friends at Boulder and HydroLife.
You train, you push, but real hard work, it requires real recovery. Because if you're not recovering, you're falling behind. See, the best don't just train hard, they recover harder. With recovery for athletes that refuse to break, HydroLife keeps you ready for what's next. They say performance has an expiration date. But what if they're wrong? No matter where you start, the goal's the same: to be better, stronger, wiser, bolder. We're here for the relentless, those that don't back down, don't compromise, and don't quit. This is training for Masters athletes by Masters athletes. with a community that holds you steady. So say goodbye to random workouts, because whether you're stepping into following a program for the first time or stepping onto the podium, your journey starts here.
We have just wrapped up 25.1 of the Magic City Games Qualifier. We've got your two athletes here. Huntsville, how do we think about our athletes that performed tonight? Love it. They're super stoked, super excited. We've got Alex over here to my right. Alex, tell me a little bit about when you first heard the workout. What were your thoughts? How did you decide to break it up the way that you did?
Well, so I heard somebody say in the beginning, don't know who was talking over, but Energizer Bunny, I just got to move slow and steady. But that row, I'm not going to lie, that scared me. That's a lot of row.
It is a good bit of row. Then you go into all of the couplets. So really good, interesting workout from start to finish. Long one as well. We got CJ over here to my left. CJ, what did you think about this crowd, this community that's here of CrossFit Huntsville? I mean, they're already making some noise right now. Hearing them as you two guys competed, threw down together, mano y mano, brother versus brother. What did you think about that?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. CrossFit Huntsville has a great community, great coaches, great assistant coaches, Alex, Bailey, everybody else. A great facility, if I didn't already say that. And everybody's very supportive, and they can really push you, whether you're just here to get in shape or you want to be competitive. They're a lot of help.
It's awesome. Great crowd. Really appreciate all of you guys coming out. If you want to look at the workout, get qualified, figure out how to volunteer, again, magiccity.games. That's a good way to get plugged in. So we appreciate everybody, all of you tuning in. Appreciate all of CrossFit Huntsville's hospitality. We love it. These two athletes have set the tone for you guys to go and try and beat. We will see you guys next Friday, 6 p.m. CrossFit Pivot. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for watching week 1 of the Magic City Games Qualifier. We're excited to be back from week 2. Lewin, where are we going to be?
Week 2, tune in at 6 o'clock, that is Central Time, and we're going to be at a local gym in Birmingham, Alabama, Hoover specifically, at CrossFit Pivot.
We'll see you there.
The Magic City Games is brought to you by